3, 2, 1. Let's react to another Madden trailer.
With the goal of giving players more control over the games they play, we built a new foundation for gameplay in Madden 23.
It does feel different.
FieldSENSE.
I'm in the beta. It feels different.
New physics-informed animation and animation branching
the same.
technology provide the foundation for consistent, more realistic gameplay designed to produce a variety of authentic results on every play. FieldSENSE affects gameplay in every mode. It comes to life in Madden 23 in 4 major ways through new control mechanics that we're calling Hit Everything, Skill-Based Passing, 360 Cuts, and Wide Receiver versus DB Battles.
Which I don't think are going to be a big thing unless you're
you can predict the outcome
doing
of a play
face of the
based on the
franchise or
animation
something.
that was triggered. Thanks to FieldSENSE, in Madden 23, we can dynamically branch out of tackling, catching, and blocking interactions so you can change the outcome until the play is over. We've captured over 3,500 new animations covering an array of different interactions.
That's good.
That FieldSENSE gives you the control to hit everything on defense, we mean everything.
You can feel that
this new
on the
defensive
tackles.
gameplay approach gives you more ways to make stops from every position on every play. With Hit Everything, you can hit the pile and generally cause mayhem anywhere on the field in pursuit of the ball. And since all of the action is driven by physics, you'll see different outcomes depending on the players involved. As a linebacker, you can swiftly evade blockers or blow up blocks in pursuit of the quarterback. And with the addition of the new mid-air tackling system, it'll change the way our players defend the passing game. In the NFL, there's no one way to defend the pass. Sometimes DBs play the ball, and some situations demand that you get physical and play the receiver. With FieldSENSE, Madden 23 brings all that action to life, putting you in control.
I have some things to say about that
Knockouts at the
as
point
far
of
as
the
the beta
catch,
goes.
lay a big hit on a receiver to force a drop, or push a receiver out of bounds before he can get his feet down. Hit Everything also introduces a new stand-up tackle mechanic that gives you the ability to control the result of 2-man tackles. A defender can hold up the ball carrier in an effort to buy time for a teammate to move in and make a play on the ball. Or, the ball carrier can break the tackle to gain extra yards. All of this creates a more authentic gameplay environment where you're actually playing to the very end of every play.
I see some of that
We felt
feels
that in Madden
overpowered right
22,
now.
While you had some control over ball placement, too much of the outcome was left up to the game and not the player. With skill-based passing in Madden 23,
At least they're admitting
you've
that.
got the control to put the ball exactly where you want.
It still feels that
Just
way,
like
but it's
Patrick
getting better.
Mahomes. With this new mechanic, we're revamping our pass leading from the ground up to enable throws that you just couldn't make in the game before. With just a left thumbstick, you've got the control to put the ball exactly where you want.
Yeah,
This
but
gives you the freedom and
you got to
creativity
use
to
L2
really
if you
change
really
up the
want to
passing game.
take
You can drop
advantage of
throws
it.
into tight windows. You can place the ball away from the defensive back and take shots downfield with accurate back shoulder passes and end zone corner fades to the pylon. You can place the ball on a corner route or drop it in on a deep vertical route, all with the same risk and reward of elite NFL QBs.
That's a clever cut right there. That's probably picked.
Skill-based passing is a game changer for all skill levels. In Madden 22, running the ball using the left stick lacked total control. At times, players would get gradual banking turns versus sticking a foot in the ground and making a hard cut, leading to situations where you just couldn't make a play and pick up those extra yards. The new 360 cut mechanic in Madden 23 lets you utilize L2 and the left stick for more freedom.
This
when
works
controlling
nice,
the ball
by the way,
carrier.
in the beta.
Now you can precisely hit the gaps as you see
It does
them
work
from
nice.
any position, whether you're a running back,
You don't like get a speed burst or
quarterback on the
anything.
run,
It's just a nice cut.
receiver after a catch, or if you're returning a kickoff or interception. 360 cuts offer total control. In face of the franchise, you can play out your NFL career at one of 5 different positions, including wide receiver and defensive back.
See, the fades still don't
And while
feel
the new 1v1 battles
right,
are available in
but they're
every
better.
mode, this is where it really comes to life. New branching receiver footwork delivers more control when battling with DBs. We've added a whole new suite of wide receiver release moves and open field cuts that empower players to create
Yeah, Diggs
separation
better
from the
feel like
secondary.
Diggs.
With these new open field cut moves, you now have the ability to get creative and fake out the DB. To counter, DBs have new press mechanics so you can battle on both sides of the ball. How you position yourself as a DB is going to influence your ability to lock up
Let
a
me tell you,
receiver off the
Tre'Davious
line.
White,
We built this year's game to empower players
could
in
tell.
a number of ways. We're just getting started.
He was
with a new
picking up
foundation for gameplay through
everything in the beta
FieldSENSE
for me.
in Madden 23.
All right, is that going to be it? That looks like it's it. Okay. All right, I got some things to say about this, mainly because I've played the beta a lot. in the last couple days. The beta right now, if we're talking about the skill-based passing, it is not something you're just gonna pick up right away. This is all stuff in this trailer, by the way, that there's nothing really new here besides confirming like all these animations and things, and them just showing us it, which is good. I mean, you could definitely feel those animations in the hit everything system that they have in here. Hit everything. Tackling was awkward in 2022. There were a lot of instances where you could tell physics didn't matter at all. Like, you get hit forward, you get dragged backwards sometimes, where it made no sense at all with momentum. In Madden 23, right now, it feels way better. The minute a second guy hits you, it feels like where your momentum is carrying you makes sense, where this other force is coming in and hitting you. So in my book, the hit everything right now is a positive step towards the future here. Now, skill-based passing, let's go back to that. They're saying you can lead everything, which is the flick of the left stick. That's really not much different than what we did in Madden 22. The only difference is you have a reticle and you can see it on the field, as opposed to just pressing left or right and leading your receiver. I guess the big difference is when you start to use L2. For me, at least in the beta, that's what I've noticed. If you change the reticle distance from near to far or infinite, and then you hold in L2, you can place that reticle outside of that zone. And that's when you get balls placed in spots where only your wide receiver can catch it. But like you can see right there, like a lot of these fades and things they're showing almost look late, or they don't have enough loft on them still, in my opinion. I was trying to hit back shoulder stuff constantly. This might just be because I have been, still learning the passing system, because you got to learn it. And maybe I'm just not using it correctly at this time. But there were some passes where I was using L2 where I was hitting those back shoulders, where DB was right there, but because that ball was placed perfectly, there's nothing he could do. And then we get into these tackles, back to the hit everything, where somebody's getting stood up and you can knock the ball out. It works, but it's overpowered. Like right now in the beta, I will say like fumbles happen a lot, and it's partially because of that system. But you also see a lot of is tipped interceptions. Right now it is, if the ball gets tipped, it's getting picked. I don't know how they got a clip in here where the DB tips the ball and it doesn't get picked, because I played one of my buddies other day, and we were just trying to learn the passing, and we threw like 15 interceptions between each other. But does it feel better than 22? Hell yes, it does. It feels way better. Defense is good. Like, the coverages are good. The deep zones actually go to the assignments. Like, they won't just play stupid in an area and just watch people run by them and let these crossers and flats just open up, or slants. Just stay open constantly. And that went for man too. Man coverage was useless in 22. It actually is pretty decent here, and I don't know if that's just because I was using the Buffalo Bills, but they got a rookie out there at corner with Elam, and he was holding the zone. He did get burned a couple times. He was a little crispy. But defense feels way better. The one thing that I think they are going to nerf is the pass rush. Right now, it is super fast on the edge. Like, edge rushers are getting those auto wins constantly. The speed auto wins where they just come around the edge and there's no stop. There's no pushback from the O-line. They're just in. So you literally will have 2 seconds to get the ball out. Maybe sometimes even less than that. If it's play action, forget it. You're getting sacked. Don't even run play action right now. So that's it. I think they will nerf that, but let's hope that they keep coverage the same, because right now it is tough to pass in Madden 23. I'm telling you, it's tough to pass. It's a learning curve there, but it's good. It's good. All right. By no means is it perfect, but this is way better than anything we've gotten gameplay wise from Madden since about maybe Madden 25, something like that. Now we hold out hope and see what they've done for franchise. I know it said they've done some free agency updates and maybe some trade logic updates, but that's not enough. So let's see what else they've done for franchise. I know it's coming to the beta. They haven't said when. Hopefully, I was hoping this week. Maybe they'll announce it today. If so, I'll have some impressions for you later on in the week, probably. All right, what do you think? You think Madden 23 is going to be more the same? You think by October they're going to nerf the hell out of the game? It's not going to feel like Madden 23 anymore? I got to tell you, I'm really scared they're going to cave to the offensive-minded crowd. We'll see what happens. Until then, go Bills.